Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are keeping reasonably well. Hope that folks are being able to get out and do a little bit of exercise during the day, and that you're keeping in touch with people that you care about. I'm going to read this morning from Psalm 124. It says this: If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, that Israel now say. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when people rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then the flood would have swept us away, the torrent would have gone over us. Then over us would have gone the raging waters. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. That psalm makes some bold claims. It says that God is for us and that our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. And I suppose at the moment when we read that psalm, and certainly when skeptical outsiders perhaps read that psalm, they would say, really? God is for us? God is helping us? Because they would look around at the world and they say, if God is for us, why is this virus spreading so rapidly and so viciously around the world? And of course, when Christians claim that God is for us, the skeptical outsider will say, well, Christians get COVID-19 too. And Christians die too, not just from this virus, but from other things. So how do we answer that? Eugene Peterson finds himself in that situation as well, and talks about when he was a pastor. He writes this: for some people, statements like that God is for us, are red flags. They provoke challenges. I, confident and assured in the pulpit, can announce the Lord is for us. God's strong name is our help. But no sooner am I out of the pulpit than someone is saying to me, look, I wish you'd be a little bit more careful about your pronouns. How do you get this our? The Lord might be for you. He might be your help, but he's not mine. Listen to this. And through the week I get case histories of family tragedy and career disappointment, along with pessimistic recountings of world events. The concluding line is a variation on the theme. How do you explain that, you who are so sure that God is for us? I'm put on the spot of being God's defender. I'm expected to explain God to his disappointed clients. I'm thrust into the role of a clerk in the complaints department of humanity, asked to trace down bad service, listen sympathetically to aggrieved patrons, try to put right any mistakes I can, and apologise for the rudeness of the management. We find ourselves in that place sometimes, don't we, of attempting to defend God against his critics. But that's not really our job. It's not really our role. And it's a misunderstanding of this psalm to see it as a promise to keep us from all danger. That's not the case. It's a dangerous world out there. It was a dangerous world before the coronavirus hit us, and it will be a dangerous world afterwards. There is no promise to keep us from all danger. The promise is to hold on to us, to be with us, and not to abandon us to the danger. The promise is that we have someone who will face the danger with us and for us, and will not let us be swallowed up by it. The images in the psalm talk about being swallowed, talk about teeth grabbing us, talk about torrents flowing over us. And it says our God will not let that happen to us. We will not ultimately be swallowed up by the dangers that we face. And Easter tells us that. The great reversal of Easter tells us that we will not be swallowed up. We will not be destroyed completely by the dangers that we face. The greatest danger of all is the danger of death itself. And the Easter reversal has changed that. because it's not we who get swallowed up by death, but rather death is swallowed up in the victory of Jesus Christ. The cross and the empty tomb are the two things that stand in all of history and that tell us our God is for us. And it's because of the cross and the empty tomb that we are confidently able to say, our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Give thanks to him today, because he is for you, and your help is in his name. God bless.